Right, guys. We're here with Waste of Space. Explain, introduce yourselves and what instruments do you play?
Okay, so I'm Jack and I play drums.
Tommy, I play the bass. I'm Chris, I play guitar and sing.
You've played over the years. You've played with some of the local bands in around the northeast area. What was like that sharing with some of the bands?
Yeah, I've enjoyed definitely playing with a lot of bands. I think a lot of bands have been very accommodating as well when it comes to putting us on with them and stuff as well. I think it's been good to see a lot of bands develop as well, like bands like Perfumo. I know we saw them go through different stages of their sort of evolution getting set up, so it's been cool to be like to see that firsthand with a lot of bands. I think, yeah, I mean, we're always looking at trying to be as good as we can get, and I think taking inspiration at times from other bands that we've seen as well. We see that other bands, the longer they've been around, and a lot of bands have been around for quite a while, kind of get tighter as well, and I think we've been a part of that as well.
You released an EP called Busy, I think it was back in 2015. What was like that, recording that?
Well, that was still very much, I think, not necessarily the infancy of the band, but a much earlier stage in our, I think, kind of story really. Certainly weren't as experienced with it at that point as we were now. So looking back, it's kind of a bit bittersweet, because even though like it was like fun moments at the time, like I do think we could have done things differently, but that's just par for the course really. So I think ultimately I know I kind of look back on it with fondness more than anything, but I know that even stuff we did like a year or two ago, especially with recording, stuff we could have done differently, but that's just part of the course of any band, I think, really.
Yeah. You've just released 2 new tracks. After like basically a couple of years of hiatus, what was like getting back in the studio?
It was cool, really enjoyed it. We've been waiting to do it for a while. Several things kind of held up us doing it, but we were keen to come back and not do the songs that we'd always done. We wanted to introduce new songs because that freshness just makes everything more exciting. And not that you get bored of playing your own song, but when you've got a new song and you start to really nail it, it's really cool. So these 2 new songs, one of them I Try So Hard, I'd had for probably about 4 or 5 years beforehand, but we'd never brought it to the band, we'd never learnt it. Kindness is brand new, I wrote that earlier this year, so that was one that I was really excited to bring to the band and get recorded, whereas the other one kind of came together over the course of a few years, and we all kind of knew the melodies and the beats, and I had a few lyrics before we even brought it together, just because we spent so much time around each other that they all knew the melodies before the song even was written.
I've recently played Try So Hard and Kindness on the radio, and there's been like a lot of positive feedback, especially from like the US. What would you do if you were invited to go over to the US and play?
We'd do a big food tour of the United States, and we'd sample the best eats in every single state, all 50 states, even Hawaii.
The best steaks.
The best steaks in all the states.
The best pizza.
In various different states.
And then retire.
Yeah.
Eat.
Again.
Yep.
Come out of retirement, eat everything, retire again. Marlon Brando, baby.
Now, I found out the other day that this was going to be your last gig.
That's true, yeah.
What was that about? What did you? Why did you make that decision?
I think I have to put my hand up for this one, yeah, because I mean I'm heading to Australia in a few
Fleeing
weeks.
the country, it's a fugitive.
Yeah. And yeah, just so obviously I personally had to leave the band anyway, and it was between these two. I think these decided that they wanted to. The way that Waste of Space is at the moment, kind of disbanded for what it is, and Chris wants to pursue like his own his own musical journey. I think on the back of it, so obviously we can talk to you about that.
Yeah, definitely. Chris does this for a passion. Like Chris, this is Chris's life, music. In comparison to me and Jack, we are essentially along for the ride in the band. And with Jack going away, Chris will take the reins himself and he'll just do what he always does and create new music, new material. And if Jack comes back, if and when, and he still wants me to play bass for him, like in terms of his recording, I'm more than happy to be part of it as like a session musician. But we saw out Chris after this gig, so this solo stuff. I'm sure that this is like a great platform and send them up like towards a little bit of notoriety before it gets going.
Right. Well, you just basically answered my next question, which what holds for the future.
Exactly that.
Exactly that.
Exactly that.
For Waste of Space, I mean, we could have, like me and Tommy feasibly, we could have gone as a drummer, but it's like, this is Waste of Space, like the core three people.
Yeah.
You can't just like replace a member of the band. Like the songs mean football.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I was
it's about the people in the band.
I've been following you guys for about 4 years, and I've known Waste of Space as you three.
Yeah.
As basically you three, and people who follow me on the radio show or on like the website. Know you three, know Waste of Space as you three.
Well, we've known each other since we were kids, and we all started this like almost 10 years ago now. I mean, probably like 19 or 19, 20. And this has been going like as a side project really for all of us. Like we've all had our own things going on, like getting our own degrees and like pursuing our own jobs and professions. But like the band's always been something that it took us around the world really. Like we've done gigs in Thailand, we've done gigs like just little daft gigs that you end up in little jazz bars or little karaoke bars and stuff, and you end up doing silly little gigs. And it's been a real blessing being able to be part of it. But well, I think we're happy to settle things down now and see Jack off. And then I'm just hope Chris, the world's his oyster after this really, as far as he wants to pursue it, he'll take it as far as he can take it.
Right. Basically, that's basically the last question. What advice basically would you give to anybody who wants to be a drummer or bassist or singer or guitarist?
Move out of Sunderland.
Yeah.
Get out of Sunderland straight away. Find somewhere that's got a decent local talent.
No one here knows what the fuck they're doing. There's no music scene. There's football. Everybody here is pretending to try hard. Instead, they should just try hard. Just do it. Just do it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you shit. You'll get better. The more you do it, the better you'll get. I wish I figured that out earlier.
I would say just really think about what you're going into it for in the first place. Like if you want to be famous, like if you want to kind of become big or make it, then yeah, definitely go where the most people is really. And certainly give yourself an online visibility, an online presence. But if you're just doing it because you really like playing music, then just do it yourself. Just like play songs that you love listening to. Just learn to play the instrument like that. Like go on YouTube, like watch covers of your favourite songs and then just learn the instrument that way. You don't have to get like a tutor or anything like that. And just really enjoy what you're doing above all else really. And then if anything comes of it beyond that, then it's a bonus.
Yeah, definitely. I think in this day and age, the key thing is producing material, putting it out there in whatever shape or form. The key is building a following now. And if you grow up in an area like this, like somewhere where there's no music scene, you grow up in an area where you're not in like a major city with like those kind of opportunities to go to a local gig, you've got to get some kind of presence online. You've got to get something going where people are going to follow you. People who might not be there to come to your gigs or come to your shows are going to buy your stuff or at least going to listen and tune into what you've got. As long as you're producing and putting it out there, it's something that we've never done, but it's something we're always holding regret. Because we've had so much material that we record, even if it's just acoustic stuff or stuff when you're practicing, just those daft recordings, those demos that you've got, you should put them out there and let people listen.
I was going to say that I've noticed like a lot of people putting out behind the scenes stuff, on, even on just like the daft track, video of it behind the scenes, of say doing like a drum track or a bass track. And it's like they're getting,
people love it.
People love it.
Now people can sample music as well. I mean, there's such a opportunities with digital music now is all you need is a basic sample, and you can produce your own stuff just in your home, in your bedroom, and put it out there online. But I mean, if you look at just in general how popular things like the live lounge are, everybody loves the live lounge. You know, people love those raw performances, and you might as well, if you've got them, put them out there and people listen, get some feedback. People like it, go for that stuff. People don't like it, you know, ditch it.
I think that was probably our biggest mistake as a band, in that we were so invested in our live sound and the energy of playing live together, we never really prioritised recording. To be honest, the most enjoyable part of this has been playing live and the energy that we produce, but if you want to actually go somewhere and be heard by people, you've got to record, because if you're playing live, you're only relying on the people hearing you who's actually turned up to your gigs, which in Sunderland is fuck all, let's be honest.
Nobody.
Yeah.
I've seen Sunderland take most dive back in the 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is one of the reasons why I moved back in 1999. Because I've travelled up and down the country just to see live bands. But now, back here, it's basically, sorry to say, but it's my home city. It's basically dead now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
For live music.
It's not something that kids do now, though. It's not something that younger people do now, though. It's like get up and get on a train or get in like a car and travel down to like a nearby town or go across the country and watch their favourite band. People don't do it now. You should watch it online. You can get it like that in a second. Why would you travel all the way down to Bristol, like somewhere like go to the opposite end of the country, go down London, watch like one of your favourite local bands, see if you come up when you can just sit there and watch it online. Download it.
Especially with like Facebook Live and usually streaming so like Twitch or YouTube.
Yeah. So you've got to be savvy. You've just got to be savvy with it. What do you want to get out of it? If you want to build a following, you want to get something out of it. That's what you've got to do. Unfortunately, it's just part of the game now.
Ultimately, I think if we had the answers, then we would have succeeded, whatever success is. But I think there's a lot to be said in just the harder you work, the better you'll be. So just keep working, and you'll get there.
Where's the space model?
Thanks, guys.
Very welcome, sir.